Welcome to the Expert in You Showcase, the show where we bring you quick, powerful conversations with elite entrepreneurs and other professional business experts to share their best strategies, secrets, and tips to help you have more success in your business and life. I'm your host, Carden, and this show is brought to you by Expert in You, where we empower professional entrepreneurs, business owners, and experts to become influential figures and celebrities in their markets and add 6 to 7 figures with more ease. Discover a game-changing secret that attracts leads, qualifies them effortlessly, warms them up for your offer, and hands them over ready to say yes. We want to make closing deals for you a breeze. It's time to stop chasing clients and consistently fill your calendar with highly qualified conversations and sales opportunities every month. Increase your influence, impact, and accelerate your income and strategies that work. Book your business accelerator call with me now at acarden.com and let's map out your next step. Today, my special guest is Ken Cox, and I'm excited to interview Ken because we are both located in the same area. And it's not very often I have people on here that are in my small world. But Ken, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ann, for having me. I very much appreciate it.
No, it's great to get to know you and meet you. And I told him it's really crazy that we have not really met before, but he said most of his business has been international and kind of not in our local area. And I said, that's sort of my business too. So but Ken is a serial entrepreneur and he's an author, and he is launching something new called EnLink. And I'm excited to talk about this because it is really to help entrepreneurs manage their time better, have tools and resources that are going to really leverage their time. And we're even going to talk about AI employees. That sounds fun, right? So Ken, I'm excited you're here. How long have you been doing all this in your business?
EnLink is new, so it launches January 2025, but it's services that I've been offering for over 25 years in reality. So going all the way back to AOL and Netscape, I was part of the team that wrote the back office, the provisioning system, the automations, and all of those things that deployed that for AOL. I've built data centers for some of the largest coal companies. I built the data center for the largest coal company in the world, Peabody Energy. I was the main guy on that project and the migration. So I've been dealing with data and back office solutions and small business for over 25 years. Over the past couple of years, I have had the opportunity, luckily, to kind of step back and think, what do I want to work on? Who do I want to work with? And what I'm really most passionate about in the whole world is small business in America. And I know that without Main Street America, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be alive, right? Because these are the things that saved my life when I was a child, having mentors and businesses and people that I could go to and have jobs. So I find it really important. And even today, my wife and I own a boxing school, and we have, hundreds of people that come there every day, and it's a place that they can come and interact with. But without the technology that I have and the processes that I know and understand, that would be a much more challenging endeavor to do for me if I didn't have all that tech stack and all that thing on knowing how to make it profitable and knowing how to get customers fast. So I took a long time and I stepped back and we wanted to create something for the small office, home office, solopreneur, under $1 million revenue, Main Street person. What would we create? And that's where EnLink comes alive. And so we've partnered with some of the best firms in the world. Hosterian is the hosting company that we founded, is our team founded in 2000. For the hosting for like the WordPress and all that kind of traditional hosting stuff. We partnered with Go High Level for the back office, like all the tools that you would need, your document signing, your funnels, your websites, all that stuff. But we partnered with them in a way that's different. We're not charging per user licenses. So you get a new sales rep, you don't have new fees, right? They come on, they got their CRM and they're going. And we've given all the resources. We couple that with our office environment. So email, spreadsheets, all cloud-based, presentation creation, a cloud storage, all that under one hood by a privately held company which means I can say stuff that the big guys can't. I'll never sell your data. If
Mm-hmm.
you're our client at EnLink,
Right.
we're a group of about 30 investors total, but it's privately held, and we're very adamant about Main Street America and data privacy. Those are very, very important things to us. And we feel that a company should be able to do business on the internet and not worry about the winner take most mentality and the data privacy rights that I sign away every time I click that little checkbox.
Yeah, I love that. And I love the integrity of what you're doing as well. One of the big hurdles that I see and a big challenge for people is if they already have some of these tools in place. Let's say they have a CRM in place and they've got funnels in different places, landing pages and whatnot. To make a switch can be extremely daunting for a small business or an entrepreneur. Do you have ways that you help people really simplify that process? And because sometimes that can take months and it can take a lot of money if you're trying to hire that out. That's the biggest resistance I see to people wanting to move to new platforms or to something else, even though ultimately they can save money without having one place without all of those things. So I'd love to hear your take on that.
So, and that comes a lot down to the price point.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're going to double spend to get out of something that's bad and into something that's better for you, a lot of times it comes down to the finance of that. And that's why EnLink is dead set on making these tools affordable to everybody. For the listeners of this, if they go to enlink.com/Soho, SOHO, they'll get for the year 2025, we're going to keep that price at $97 a month.
Oh, wow. That is really unbelievable.
You'll get 5 office licenses. So you'll have all your email, all those things that you can tie into your sheets, your spreadsheets, all that stuff, and the CRM. So I'm a big fan of crawl, walk, run kind of mentality. And we set the price to a point where you can get it and you can implement, if you just want to implement document signing piece for now and start using it for that, you can start using it for that. And as you add on, you can do that. One thing that drives me absolutely insane with a lot of these platforms is today, the cost to acquire a new customer is one of the largest costs that we have in software development, right? So not giving you full features to me is just horrible. So we just made the decision, right? The course creation. If you want to do course creation, it's in there. If you want document signing, it's in there. If you want funnels, it's in there. If you want another website, unlimited websites, right? So there's some things that we do charge extra for in there, and it's minimal fee. So like a phone number, you'll have to pay a little bit more for the phone number, right? $1 a month or something like that per phone number that you want. If you want another WordPress website, but if you just want to use the website builder that's built into the CRM, unlimited websites, buy a new domain name and kick it up. As you're growing your business, you're going to have to try so many different things to get your recipe right, that charging extra for a landing page inside a platform when you're already the customer just seems like robbery to me. And I think that a lot of that stuff's going to fall to the wayside, but hopefully EnLink is one of the first to market with this concept, and we really drive it out of the knock it out of the ballpark.
So great. I'm very familiar with Go High Level, and I think that they have an incredible platform. The problem is their training is horrible. Okay,
but so their training's not for the end user. So
that's right.
Inside of EnLink, when you're logged in, and we just partner with Go High Level, it's a component, right? Once you're inside EnLink and you need support, our team is there to chat with you.
That's what I was going to ask you. What kind of support do you give people?
24 hours a day. They're in there. They'll chat with you. If you need more help, they'll log into the Zoom, do all that stuff and help you through on Zoom.
That is gold. That is so high value.
Yes.
That's one of the biggest factors for people when they, again, go onto a new platform is they can't get the support unless they're paying an arm and a leg. And for a lot of small entrepreneurs and small business owners, that just isn't something, but also the time that it takes to try to get that support. And then they're sitting there paying for something they're not using. So Wow, I'm thrilled with this, and I'm really excited to promote this for you, and I can't wait to check it out myself.
Yeah. So like just example, like if you're in there and you're trying to set up an important one, I think for businesses today, as it's harder and harder to get part-time employees,
Mhm.
um, that those resources are harder and harder to get. So implementing an AI employee that's going to do a call text back, right?
Mhm.
So somebody calls, you missed a call, you can have an AI employee do a text back and have a conversation string on that. We have AIs that can answer the phone for you, right? And have basic conversations. The
Mhm.
trick is you have to train each one of these AI employees specifically. But under the EnLink hood, an AI employee doesn't cost you anything more other than your transactional cost. And
Right.
it's wildly affordable. And we've got them set up now to where some of the tricks that we've had to learn the hard way, we've got those solved. So keeping them a very narrow scope and then just looking at each little component as an employee that is trained to do a specific job, and that's their job, has been working out remarkably. And it removes that hallucination and all of those things that you were, because people were trying to do AIs for like literally one AI did everything, and that's just not
Right.
the way it works. They're more like, if you treat them more like humans on an assembly line, and each one
Mhm.
of them is part of a Kanban, then those problems go away pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's a great takeaway too. Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement. You have a lot of you have a lot of different businesses and different things that you've done through the years, and even businesses that you have now. One of the things that I see is I'm assuming you identified a gap that you saw out there in the market for small business owners, for entrepreneurs. There are a lot of platforms, there are a lot of CRMs, there are a lot of tools and resources. But what made you kind of dive into this? I'm curious.
So I love small business. I literally I wrote a paper and I talk about it in my book about how the men that own businesses in my neighborhood were the life-changing aspect for me.
Mhm.
So I,
Mhm.
I want to be there for other people as the world moves on. And I want to help as many people that want to be in that position to be in that position,
Mhm.
and live a life of success, not living always in the trenches. As much as I think entrepreneurs
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
living in the trenches, I think we appreciate that.
Mhm.
But there's ways to live in the trench and keep working on the business that feel better. And I
Mhm.
want to help people do that. And I've been doing it for so long, it's second nature to me. And I can help a lot of people with this particular platform, and that's exciting for me. However, this specific move is more out of spite than to help. I am so angry at the fly by night marketing firms, and I do a lot of business with marketing firms, but
Mhm.
the barrier to entry is so low to get on Facebook and create some ads and talk people. I can't tell you how many, and I've got friends that do this, and I'm like, hey, there's a better way to do business, that charge five, 10, $50,000 to build a funnel for somebody that is literally just a click install. They built it a bunch of times, and it's just
Right.
not worth it. And they don't support the customer, and
Mhm.
then they blame the client that it didn't work. And it just doesn't set right with me. And I've had so many people come to me with that story. I'm like, well, what's wrong with the marketing landscape in America today? And that's a big part of it. And I believe that a
The funnel
small
world.
small business owners, all businesses should own their marketing internally, right? Their marketing and their
Absolutely.
sales, they should
Yes.
own it internally. But
Mhm.
the way this has kind of gone is marketers have created what appears to be this magic dust around the funnel. and it's made owners scared to do it. So how do you solve that? You create it, you give them the best platforms in the world, which Go High Level is one of the best platforms in the world. You create a wonderful support structure around that. You take the barrier to entry, the cost to entry of the funnel setup, the website setup, the asset magnets, all of those things. I mean, we have 53 of them today, different snapshots that are just importable into EnLink. You can buy them for your Go High Level, but it's free if you're EnLink. They just install. They have 2 years of nurture campaign built in. So like, it's just all done. It cost me $0 to give that to a new client. Mm-hmm. But people are charging $5, $10, $50,000 for that service. So we're just giving it to them.
I love this. And you know, one of the things that reminds me of back in the day when we had to get a website built, and you couldn't just do a drag and drop website, or one of the, and I've even seen this through the years as I've had new websites built, they hold you hostage. Yeah. And then you can't get a hold of them, or you can't get the things that you need, or you can't get changes quick enough. And business moves. If your business cannot move at the speed of lightning because so-and-so is holding you up, they're costing you over and over and over again. And so you said you should own. I say you should own your own media. You should own, even though we have to be dependent on other people's platforms and things like that, you want to own how you run that, how you use that tool, that resource. Right. And you don't ever want to be held hostage in your business by anyone else. No. I'm glad you actually brought that up, because it made me think of that. And I just think back in the day, oh my gosh.
And the beautiful thing, something that I really appreciate about EnLink and Go High Level, and partnering with them has been so huge for us here, is that Upwork and Fiverr, if it works in High Level, it works in EnLink and vice versa. So you can hire a Go High Level Fiverr person and they'll understand the platform. There's a couple things that are different, that are customized, because, you know, we've been working with them for a long time to really hone in our specific product. But, you know, it's not something that you're going to have a hard time finding outside resources to come into your company and learn these things and move on. We have a help section with hundreds, if not thousands, of videos on how to almost every single aspect of.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right. If you don't want to wait for chat, if you're that kind of person, you know, you do that. And a friend of mine, Wes from the Blocks, Wes Bergman, he's a reality TV star. I was on his show this year. He talks about modalities. And I spent a lot of time with him in January last year, took that to heart. And whenever you're presenting something to the world, you want to make sure that you present it in as many modalities as possible. So if it's a one-on-one conversation like we're having now, kind of over Zoom to help somebody out, or maybe it's an on-demand video that they can just go and watch. Some people, it's just, hey, they're going to kick us an email at 2:00 in the morning and we'll get back to them as soon as we can. But having those different levels or modalities of support was very important to me when we were creating EnLink. And I think that's probably our biggest differentiator, is that we come from a support first mindset, because the tools just have to work. That's expected. Right. Yeah. I might not know how to adjust them or configure them, but they have to work. And the support is what differentiates us from everybody else.
And I know you're talking about your thing here, Ken, but I just want to point out to everyone, listen closely to what he is saying. Customer support drives it. That is the integrity of a business. And I see too many people that is not a factor in their business. And that just says trust and credibility to me. And I'm so grateful that you brought that up, because how many small businesses don't do the basics? They just
all of them miss some of the. There's a lot of opportunities to get to bat in a business, and I think all of them miss some at bats. The trick is you want to miss less of them, and put a tool in place that helps you miss less of them. And you know, having all these different logins to all these different platforms, and it's challenging.
Yes, it is.
It's really challenging. And then, I need to implement this new thing. Right. When we chose High Level, it was a no-brainer. Like, they come out with like 200-300 new features every quarter. right?
Right.
As these things are rolling, there was no way, and I've built massive back office solutions for companies.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that you're going to be able to keep up with them. And, I've assisted companies deploying Salesforce and HubSpot. Man, I have to charge so much to get to a fundamental spot of just following up with the customer.
Yes.
And I've done it. I've billed $15,000 to help somebody set up their HubSpot. It
Yes.
takes months.
Because it's intensive. Yes, there's a lot that goes into it. And not just that, you're also selling your expertise. If they had to go and try to do it themselves and take all the time, it would cost them a lot more. So when you look at the value of that,
So
oh gosh,
now
I wish.
we do. So when you sign up for EnLink, you get a core. So you get
Mhm.
EnLink core, and then from there you get to choose which snapshot you're going to import. You click a button, it imports. 30 minutes to an hour later, you've got your funnel, your website, your asset magnet, your industry specific walkthroughs. And then if you want to set up AI employees and all that stuff, you can jump into support with us and we'll help you out there too.
Very cool. This has been great. I'm always excited to bring new resources and new tools to small business and entrepreneurs that can help them. And I love to partner with people like you so that I am that resource for my clients as well. So I'm excited to try this out too, Ken. Are you going to do affiliate partnerships or?
Absolutely. We won't have affiliates in January, but yet we're working on that program. But our back office provider has it. It's just a matter of we got to get it all done. Typically, we always do 10% monthly recurring whenever I set up an affiliate thing, which, again, if you can figure out a recurring business model, that's the holy grail.
Right. Absolutely.
Business is having something to where you're getting recurring revenue. So yeah, before the end of February 25, we'll have our affiliate program set up where you can apply for the affiliate, and then you get your special link, and then you get 10% recurring revenue for every time that customer pays. You get 10% of whatever they make.
And what's your best way to get clients?
My best way to get clients? Podcasting.
Okay. Being a guest, do you have your own show?
I have my own show. It's called Clicks and Bricks Podcast. It's only on YouTube at the moment.
Okay.
But I had a problem. I was on a network and I left the network because I like to play in my own sandbox.
Okay.
But going on podcasts like this and talking with people is my favorite way to do it. But going to conventions and demoing and stuff like that is always a good time as well. Shake.
Right. Do you get out and speak too? Are you a speaker? Do you get out and speak or?
I do a lot of announcing. At the moment, I am thinking about doing some speaking as my book gains popularity. I'm getting more of those opportunities presented to me. But I'm super fortunate. I kind of get to work on the projects that I want to work on. So at the moment, this is what I'm
the best kind of business. Yes,
I really like working on this.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm going to mention his book. His book is called Reclaim Sobriety, and he is a recovering alcoholic. And that book is taking off. And what we could talk for a long time. There are so many facets to Ken Cox that we could uncover a lot of things here. I might have to have you back, Ken.
Absolutely, anytime.
Yeah. So one final thought for everyone:
get to work. If you want to try it, try it. In this world of business, there's so many hurdles that you're going to have to overcome. Try things, taste them. If you like it, keep doing it, repeat it, try to automate it the best that you can and grow it like that. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Move on, right? Kick up a new website and try that other thing until you find what you really, really enjoy working on. Keep trying, and that's okay. Be honest about it. Talk about it. I talk to so many people that want to start a business and like, I'm not going to talk about it because somebody will see my idea. Ideas are dead. I mean, we have intelligence is democratized, right? We have these machines that are super intelligent that we can talk to and give us ideas. So this is all about execution now. And it's always been about execution, but it is so much more about execution in 2025 than it has ever been before, right? You could take just an idea and kind of get pretty far in the past, but ideas are super cheap today. And it's about executing. So execute as many times as you can. When you find the thing that you like to do, execute the hell out of it and figure out how to sell it.
All right. Great advice. Great advice. And Ken Cox, I cannot thank you enough for being my guest and sharing about your new platform. I'm excited to help you promote that. And we'll put the links and everything in the show notes so people can grab that and connect with you. And I just thank you so much. And it's a pleasure to get to know someone in my small little world here.
Thank you so much today, Anne, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Have an amazing day. Share this when it comes out. Make sure you always subscribe, and sharing is caring. And until next time, go rock your business, and God bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. If you are ready to attract high-paying clients like clockwork, build powerful influence, and scale your business with ease, let's talk. Book a complimentary $1 Million Accelerator Strategy call at acarden.com to discover how the Expert in You method can help you create a steady stream of premium clients and consistent revenue growth. Don't wait. Your next big breakthrough starts with a simple conversation. Visit acarden.com and let's make it happen. Have an amazing day, and God bless you.